That was stupid. All right, guys, Christmas is just around the corner. It's time to root through your shop and find a last-minute quick build that you can do in just a day. Let's do it. No! This is me and testing out my new thing I just built. You got material. Let's build something with it.
As you can see, I have a variety of specialty grade lumbers around the shop. I'm going to be sawing this epay down, which if you don't know is a very dense hardwood. It's sometimes used as exterior decking board. It is said that it can last longer than Trex. Very expensive stuff. I am squaring it up and then going and making 4 cuts along this edge. I'm going to use a coarse blade to finish hand sawing it. Once I get this little clamp thingy tightened down, not stop moving on me, I'm gonna saw on through all the edges, and that's gonna leave a protrusion, which you'll see here, that I'm gonna take care of on the sander a little later on. Right now I'm just gonna mosey on through this and cut, 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 cut. I'm taking a rib strip that I have left over from some longer ribs off of this epay, and I'm going to cut that down into 4 equal lengths and smooth it out on the sander so that it's all nice and pretty. These are going to serve as the walls along the base of it. My table sander doesn't have a long enough coarse sanding strip, so I decided to rig up my belt sander so that I could use it as a functioning table sander. Make sure that I get all these edges really roughed down, and here we have everything smoothed out. Back to the table saw again, where I am putting 4 22.5-degree tapers on the edges. I'm going to leave about 1/4 of an inch on each coaster exposed flat, leaving me for about 3/8 thick coasters. We have some, I believe, fir wood. I'm not sure. Like I said, scrap lumber, guys. I'm chopping it down into 3/8 strips, one step closer. I'm so happy. Hey Brian, is sanding your favorite part?
Oh yeah.
Back to the table sander, where I am smoothing out the edges and rounding over the corners. I'm not really going for a distressed rustic look. I would rather have a clean finish on it, because here in a minute you'll see why. Now I'm marking out my center holes for my dowel pilots. Those dowels are going to be what holds side rails together. I did not want to have a single nail in any of these projects, so dowels it is. Using my square to get true and accurate lines, and then I'm taking it to the drill press.
Press the holes and make another hole again.
For the 4x4 pieces, I really should have done this when it was all solid, but it's kind of an afterthought. I'm really winging this. I had no real plan, I just had a rough idea of what it was I was going to do, so I probably wasted a lot more time than I needed to. I went and drilled out a pilot hole through all of the coasters themselves just so that I could get to the base, and then I went back and furred those holes out a little more. Now I've got everything lining up just the way I want it. I got the holes and I have the dowel rod ready to be installed. So I'm gonna take my little torch here to it and I'm gonna burn it. Yeah. Fire. Everybody loves fire. If you're enjoying the content thus far, please hit the like button. Click the comment button too. Leave a comment. Tell me what you would have done differently. And if you're feeling gracious, share this around on social media for me. It really helps a lot, guys. Thank you. Now I'm going to glue my dowel hole in, insert my dowel rod, and presto, we have a functioning coaster set. Now I'm going to do the same with my railing on the base. I have all of my holes lined up. I'm going to give it a little tap, tap, tappy. Got finished tapping a little bit more off camera here, but oh well. Make sure that I got a good glue smear. And there we go. We're going to insert all of these dowels right on into the base. And then we're going to take the square, make sure everything's staying straight, even. Clean up a little bit of glue smears, making sure to saw each dowel off and reuse that dowel as we go. And we're done. Yep. Any minute now. I'm trying to think of a good carpentry pun here that would work. You know, something that would really nail it? I guess I'll know it if I saw it. Now that everybody's had a healthy dose of hurry up and wait, we're going to sand off all the rough edges. Making sure that any burrs or pencil lines are gone, because we don't want that showing up in the finished product. Take a little flat edge, a little nail, get that glue out. And here's where I realized my mistake. How did I end up with 9?
Oh man.
I had set aside a coaster and didn't cut my rails tall enough for it. Yep. As you can see here, the railing is not tall enough to hold the last coaster. So what I ended up doing off camera, took the coasters back to the table saw, shaved a little bit off of each side, probably about a 16th. That way everything would fit down nice and easy and my current rail would work. Luckily I started off with fat enough coaster to where this was not going to be a problem. And now we've got the torch to it. Some people would be pretty upset with me for taking a torch to this expensive lumber, but you know, it's scrap wood and the torch really brings out and accentuates the grain pattern inside of it. You might have noticed the sap pulling up to the surface because of the torch. Don't worry about that, because off camera I took an alcohol rag and wiped all of that clean before proceeding to this step. Now it's time to lay everything out, and I'm going to get a horsehair brush and apply my boiled linseed oil. Now if you're using boiled linseed oil on something that's going to come in direct contact with food, I strongly don't recommend it. When boiled linseed oil is being created, a lot of chemicals are added to the process, making it toxic for any food contact related surfaces, so don't do that. Now that I got both sides coated, we have our finished product. A stack of 10 Ipe chamfered coasters, and a stack of 6 round-overed spindle coasters. Hit the like button. Oh, son of a...
Thanks for sticking around with me till the end, guys. Hit the like button if you haven't already. And don't forget to share your thoughts down below in the comment section. It really helps me out with the engagement on the algorithm. And if you think I'm worth it, share it on social media with your friends. I'd really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to check out my Instagram at AwesomeBrian302, where I have posts of other projects that don't make it to video format, previews of upcoming projects that I'm working on, and that's a place where you can share your thoughts with me and let me know if there's something you think I should tackle. Anyway, guys, stay crafty.